In response to Shell's first LNG outlook this year, how do you feel the industry will grow in the next 5 years?
What we've seen across 2017, of course, has been actually a very strong gas demand growth. And we see that continuing in the next few years, driven by a few things. One is environmental policies in countries such as China, where coal to gas switching is a very important driver for the government to improve air quality. Countries like the UK, which have put a carbon price floor, which has really supported gas-fired generation in the UK. And other countries such as Korea, which are looking at how to put more renewables into the energy mix, which typically is a positive for gas in terms of balance as a balancing fuel. So we think environmental policies will support gas demand growth, as well as new technologies, particularly like the floating storage and regas units, are really opening up all new markets. So we're seeing countries that previously didn't have access to LNG now coming into the market. And what we find is that once LNG gets into the market in countries like Pakistan, it tends to grow pretty rapidly after that. So that's a very important factor for demand growth. And the third thing is a fairly strong or stronger than anticipated outlook for global GDP growth, which has helped the energy market overall.
Could you give us an update on Shell's Prelude FLNG facility and how it will change projects as we know them?
We completed the installation of the mooring system in mid-August, and the Prelude itself, the facility, the floating facility, arrived on site. So now we will begin the process of the hookup and commissioning, which will take 9 to 12 months, but we're very pleased that the sale was successful, and it's very exciting days ahead. We think FLNG, together with all floating technologies, including FSRUs on the import side, just offer much more optionality for both resource developers as well as market developers, and that's very important. What we're finding with FLNG is it's very scalable, different types of solutions, and those solutions will depend on factors such as water depth, distance to market, distance to the shore, other things. So I think it's an exciting time to really take innovation, floating innovation, out into the market.
How will FLNG, FSRU and FSUs shape the gas industry over the next 10 years?
FSRUs in particular have really provided access to markets that really wasn't possible before. Just in the last few years, we've seen so many countries really coming into the LNG market, such as Jordan, such as Egypt, such as Panama, Caribbean markets. And FSRUs allow for much more flexibility in terms of the financing of projects and managing risks. It's also very scalable in terms of getting the market growing with a small unit and then either adding another unit or scaling up to a bigger unit. So it's providing much more depth and flexibility to the market. On the FLNG side, again, it's allowing us to offer more optionality to resource holders, different countries, provide more technical solutions, and hopefully allowing different cost optimization technologies to be developed as we look at these solutions going forward.
What are you most looking forward to at Gastech 2018?
Gastech 2018 in Barcelona is a very exciting event. It brings the gas industry and the LNG industry back to Europe, and I think that opens up a whole different level of dialogue about the role that gas will play in the energy transition, and I think it will also prove to be very popular with the industry, just because Barcelona is such a great city. So we really look forward to it, and Shell in particular looks forward to a terrific Gastech 2018.